that he has left. And this morning, he is here. Oh, he's still here. Oh, I thought you had left to Nyeri. Sorry for that. And this morning, you charged me once again to speak on behalf of the sitting bishops. By every in this country. Because after Joel retiring, it is only Masamba and George Mishimo and then myself have found me in the Purple House. Can I introduce myself to the governor? Because, Governor, I think you don't know me. And you need to know me. When you hear that I'm the Bishop of Mount Kenya South is Kiambu. It is part of Nairobi. That is from James Geshuru all the way to Gong area and Kajiado. So the people that vote for you from Kawangware, from Kangemi, from those areas are my Christians. I have been trying to look for you, but you have decided not to see me. But Governor, I will be there 2027. And that is the Diocese of Mount Kenya South. Mainly people think Mount Kenya South is far, far, far. But Mount Kenya South is Kiambu. I have known Bishop Joel for a very long time. I tried to put a number of things. Me personally, I never knew anything about church army in my life. All my desire was to go to Withaga Bible College. I did my first interviews, I was not taken. I did the second interviews, I was not taken. And I felt so bad, but I wanted to join the ministry. And because me and Bishop Joel are products of Tukutendereza, I admired Joel with his uniform, and I told him, Joel, this church where you go, is it Salvation Army? And then that is when he told me, this is not Salvation Army, it's Church Army, a society for Anglican evangelists. And Joel, back in 1983, he introduced me to Church Army. You had to do a whole week interview. And so, the whole of November, last week of November, I was at Church Army doing my interviews. And 1984 and 85, I was a student to Bishop Joel. He was a college officer, and he is ever proud about that. He talks about it to everyone, that I was his student. I cannot deny that. I was your student, and I want to thank you, Bishop, for you were my college officer. Joel became a very good friend. Say that when the Lord spoke to him that he should get married to Tabitha, by then we used to call him Tabitha. You people call him Tabi. We used to call her Tabitha, Teacher Tabitha. One of the first people to see this tall teacher who is getting married to a very short man. With no wonder I was on his lineup. So you can just imagine the way that we have worked with Joel. Funny enough, to cut the story short, we served as captains together. We served as archdeacons together. We served as canons together. You can just imagine. Bishops could see there is something in these two people. And lastly, the church elected us as bishops. And Bishop Joel was consecrated only 3 weeks before me. 3 weeks before me. I was seated in this cathedral when I was watching him becoming bishop. And when I met him outside there, he said, 3 weeks, it will be you. And for sure, that is how we have walked with Joel. Joel is a very hard-working man. In the House of Bishops, where we have been, we are now 40 plus of us. Bishop Joel has been acting as our priest, a self-appointed prefect. And he has been keeping a lot of order in the house. And we shall really miss Bishop. We shall really miss you. I pray that you may give me that spirit. And when, Your Grace, you see me behaving the way Joel was behaving, know that I'm taking his spirit now. Bishop Joel has been our chairman of the Board of Finance, and he took good care of church money. Can you appreciate this man? Bishop Joel has retreated and has chaired so many elections of bishops. I don't know how many. And has retreated quite a number of bishops. And so Bishop Joel has so many disciples in this church. To cut the story short, I just want to say this. One time, I invited Bishop Reuben from Marindi to come and do a crusade with me. I'm actually leaving this place to go to another crusade. I have a very huge crusade at Kirigiti in Kiambu. And this one was at Gashie. And Bishop Reuben was the guest speaker. It started on a Friday. And on a Friday, Bishop Reuben decided to start speaking in tongues at the crusade. What I was not very sure whether they were true tongues, I cannot be able to tell. And then when he started speaking in tongues, people started falling down, and we prayed for these people for so long that when we were driving to the Bishop's Bone, it was almost at saa 4 usiku. Then when we got home on Saturday, I came with an agreement with Bishop Reuben that when we go now to the crusade, please restrain yourself from speaking in tongues, because tomorrow is Sunday and we have to go to church, and then we have a crusade in the afternoon. He never restrained himself. I found him speaking in tongues, and so many people fell down, and he was praying for them. I was watching him, and then ikafika saa 6 usiku. Then as we were driving home, I was very mad with Bishop Reuben, very mad with him that I was not speaking to him. When we got to the Bishop's Bone, we found Mama waiting for us. And then Reuben, my brother, Bishop of Marindi, opened his Kiswahili, switched on. I understand the young people are talking about switching on the Bible, the Kiswahili version. And then he read these words. Anaye taka kasi ya askofu anajitakia kazi nzuri. Akaniambia hivi, sijui kama ni kweli, ya kwamba kuwa askofu sio mwito, kuwa askofu ni kujitakia. I am not very sure. My brother Joel, when you were an archdeacon, ulikuwa ndugu mzuri wa mzigo. Ukiwa captain, ulikuwa ndugu mzuri. Ukiwa askofu, wamekusumbua. Lakini wamekusumbua kwa sababu ulijitakia ndugu yangu. Niyo ulijitakia. Na kwa sababu ulijitakia, wacha wakusumbue. Lakini nakuomba hivi ndugu yangu Joel, as you said in the prayer that you said, forgive everyone. Forgive them, those who disturbed you and those who loved you. I want to tell you this as I sit down, my brother. Even now, kuna wengine wanaona ibada imekaa sana. Kwa sababu wanataka ishe uondoke. Na kuna wengine wanataka ibada iendelee ili ufanye nini? Ukae. That is how life is all about. That is all how life is about. So my brother, when I spoke at Kagonda's retirement, Bishop Kagonda's retirement, you asked me a question. If the Archbishop would give you an opportunity to say something about me on my retirement, what would you say? I told you what I told you, which is between me and you. I cannot say it here. But Bishop, I wish you God's blessings. Ombea hawa watu. Na msikia watu wa Nairobi. Hatutaki makelele. Hatutaki nini? Hatutaki makelele. Na mjue niko hapa Kiambu. Na mimi I qualify to be a bouncer. Musumbue Archbishop kidogo. Anataka. Kila mtu anataka. John Maina, ako wapi rafiki yangu? Unataka. Nani huyu? Mbudhia? Unataka. Chege? Unataka. Meja? Unataka. Hii kiti ni moja. Hii kiti ni nini? Hata when I was processing here nikauliza Kuria, unataka? Kuria kanisema anataka. Sasa jamani, kila mtu anataka. But the only person who will be elected is who? Na Mungu anajua ni nani. Amen? Ni mmoja na Mungu anafanya nini? Anajua ni nani. Wacha kujisumbua tafadhali. Na tunataka uchaguzi una amani. Sisi tukiwa sitting bishops. Nairobi is very important for us. Nairobi is very important for this province. We don't want to hear noises here. And once again, please Bishop Joel, ukienda nyumbani, weenda uombe, yule atakuja. Usiwe na mtoto wako. Tondu mugikwe igaga gutire wada oriogoka ni agakorora wega. Na agakorora wega ri, Ngai ndagagikorora. Toitekie Ngai utigane na thina muru wa ithe witu.
Wow, great words. Great words. Let us appreciate Bishop Charles again. Thank you so much. We have been seated for a moment, and as we prepare to invite Bishop Joel and his family to make their remarks, I want to humbly request us to start, and then we are ready in singing just one stanza and the chorus.